rusty. Why I aim train? I am off right now. That was terrible. Terrible. Where's my YouTube at? How do I always mess? Probably use my Logitech mouse, which I normally play with. Try that again. That was bad. That was terrible. Terrible. Better than before, but still terrible. What up, Warwick? Chilling, I'm chilling. Aim training. You know me. Hey, from what I seen, yeah, it look like you be shooting already in these games. I don't know what you talking about. Get better. This man was holding it down over there on the finals. But now I aim train just cause like it's funny because I've been on mouse for like over 4 years now, but I still consider myself like a new mouse player. You know, because I play controller my entire life since I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. But I feel like every so often there's still something where I could get better at. I could get faster at flicking, more accurate, things like that. Tracking, especially like when we play games like the finals, where it's really a lot of tracking. You know, people flying over the air, zip lines, things like that. I still feel like those are the things I could get better at. So. And I like to snipe in games, so flicking scenarios like this definitely helped me a lot. Little micro adjustments like this one here. And after a while, like I'm not even really playing for score. I'm really just looking at accuracy, right? Like I don't care if I don't beat my previous records. If I'm more accurate than my record, then that's what I focus on. Because I think about it like in game, right? In game, accuracy gets you the kills, gets you the win. So when I'm out here now, that's my literal focus when I aim training. I don't care about high score. I don't care about records. I look at, okay, what was my percentage of accuracy? And that's all that matters to me now. You know, when I first started aim training, it's all about score. Okay, high score, high score, high score. But now it's like I realize none of that matters because aim training doesn't play the way games work. Yeah, the nervous thing is funny because I watch a lot of like aim teachers, and that's one of the things they say, like, and especially too with game modes. Like they say, like, why if you aim train, you tend to be really accurate in aim training, and then versus if you play like respawn modes, like TDM, regular multiplayer, you tend to play better than when you play more high stake modes like battle royales, because you do get nervous, right? And like all of a sudden, all your mouse mechanics go out the window. The shakiness in your hand, the smoothness, it all goes out the window when you play in high stakes games versus when you're playing mindless respawn modes because like there's that mind body connection. Your mind just shifts into, all right, this is critical. I gotta win. Versus in TDM multiplayer, it's like, whatever. I'm just gonna respawn, and somehow you're more accurate. So it's weird. Like, so basically, what the one dude was saying was learning to get into the habit of have that same mind body connection when you're playing like the multiplayer versus when you're playing higher stakes modes like battle royales and stuff. Of just keep calm, keep relaxed. It's a game. Yeah, you want to win, but if you lose, there's no reason why you gotta let your body be affected, the shakiness and all that. It's you're still playing the same game, and that's one of the things that a lot of people struggle with is that mind-body connection between game modes. And I do too. Don't get me wrong. But then again, I play so much like Resurgence and COD that it's starting to feel more natural for me. You know, especially with the higher health, which means you have to be on target more. Which brings me back to my previous point. That's why I focus on accuracy when I aim train, because I'm all about time on target. And that's why the kind of games you play too matter. If you play a game like CS or Rainbow Six where Ks are like 1 or 2 shots, then you just want to focus on quick flicks and accuracy. But I play FPSs where you have to be on target for anywhere from half a second to 1 second. So it's quick flick accuracy and time on target. This is the finals team meeting. Welcome. We left your jersey hanging in its usual spot. Go put it on and go run some suicides, and then when you're ready, you can come back into the combo. Yeah, every game is different. I swear, like, I'm more accurate in the finals than I am in COD, even though I play COD more. But I think it's because of the TTK. For some reason, with longer TTKs, I do better than with those little quick TTKs. Yeah, cause like, I don't know. I like the final. It feels better too. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like the finals just feels better. Like, for me at least. I don't know. I don't know. See, like scenarios like this, it's flick on target and then time on target. So scenarios like this help me a lot for the kind of FPS games that I play. Obviously, this won't really matter in like a CS game, but the flicking will matter, for sure. And trigger discipline, making sure I'm only clicking when I'm on target and I'm not just swiping mindlessly, because I want to be accurate. So there you go. So I was 87% there, and my record is 90%. So like, I know I could be better. Haha, laughter. What's that? I'm a COD player. We don't laugh. All we do is yell. We don't laugh in COD. COD is not about fun. Serious game, okay? Military simulator. Angry. You have to pretend to have your family hostage, and only you can free them in the game. And if you don't win the game, you get to do it again. Ugly. And another thing I noticed too obviously I tend to flick better going right than going left. So like I know I have weaknesses. Going left, it happens to be one of those weaknesses. So little things like that that I can identify in myself that I need to work on. Flicking left. Like for me, I do all this. I look for a purpose. Like I'm not just aim training, like I said, for score. It's accuracy and identifying my own internal weaknesses. So look, even here, 78.75%. My highest is 82%. So could have done better. I don't care about the final score. Just looking at accuracy. Yeah, the finals, man, the finals mechanics is wild obsessive. The grappling, the teleporting, the dashing, like I'm telling you, the finals is just such a better game. Like it's crazy. The finals is such a better game. Like that's the kind of game where like I'm legitimately scared to say they should have a BR because I don't think they should. That's the kind of game that it would almost get ruined with a BR. Like it would have to be resurgence, right? Because that's one of the things that makes the finals good is the ability to come back, right? So it'd have to be small groups, uh, like maybe 20 players, keep it small with respawn, But I like the finals. I like the way it is. So I'm not even gonna get into the it needs a BR talks because that's the one game where I will say it does not need a BR. I like what the finals has done. I like how unique they are. I like there is kind of a balance, right? It feels balanced at least. Some stuff, yeah, some stuff is a little OP, but it has counters, right? There are counters to it. Oh, I started that up bad. See, this is another one of those scenarios where you're flicking, you have to track, target, acquire target. So these are good scenarios for FPS games, you know? Crowder TS. This one teaches you trigger discipline. Don't click to your own target. You have to track your target. No, you're gonna play like you practice. Is that what they say? Practice how you play? Don't play like you practice? Oh, I practice switching scenarios because I play games where multiple targets and I gotta switch fast. And I gotta hit my shots fast and I gotta be accurate fast. 63%. My best was 65%. So this is me warming up for the first time today. And I've only been between 2 and 4% off my best. So that's not bad. That's not bad. And as you can see from the graph, I have good sessions and bad sessions, but that's how it goes, right? It's just like when you play games sometimes. You have really good days sometimes, and sometimes you have bad days where your shot is just off. Same thing happens with me with aim trainer. So that's why I don't take it too seriously, but I try to be consistent. Oh. Yeah, the finals has it's man, the way that team came up with all the layers of that game, and like you could see they really thought about their game because when I tell you, man, everything makes sense. Everything really does make sense from the destruction to things catching on fire to smoke to grenades. They really thought about everything, and I admire that. I bought this off Amazon. Um, it was like a standard grip tape, and then like I cut it into the shape. Like I think I just went on Amazon and I did mouse grip tape, and they sell you like a sheet, and then I literally and it comes with like a tracer paper. So then I just laid the paper down, traced the shape, and then I just cut it out. So It's nothing too extravagant, but it helps. It helps me at least. I don't know. I know most mouse players don't use grip tape. Um, I prefer it because that's just me. This is also why I be on the final sniping, because I do scenarios like this. At target switching. Everything has a purpose. Like, I'll humble brag, but like, I'm only as good as my practice. Like, I'm not naturally talented like a lot of video game players, you know. But I put in the time. I got over 400 hours on Kovaaks, and that's nothing, because in the aiming community, you know, these people got 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours. These are people who do nothing but aim for a living. What up, Block? That was bad. Yeah, I didn't stay on target long enough there. That was bad. That was bad. Look, I missed 3. Terrible. I'm aiming like a lockout here. Oh my god, again? Jesus. Lock walks into the chat and all of a sudden I start aiming like him. Oh, that was a terrible session. Like, 74%. Damn, I wasn't that far off from my best. I'm an elite sniper. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. I bet. Got interrupted by that child. Now I gotta restart that scenario. I swear my mouse feels like it's not clicking there. %. See, so this is what I'm saying. So my session best, percentage-wise, was 84.52%, and I almost matched that, 84.36%. So that's the stuff I'm like aiming for. Oh, you can't see it with the camera here, but I'll show you. So my session best over here on the right. So like I said earlier, for those who missed it, I think Warwick was here. I don't know if AP was here yet or Locke, but I'm only focused on my accuracy right here in the middle of the screen to the left. I only care about percentage of accuracy. I don't care about high score. I don't care about any of that. All my aim training is strictly focused on accuracy percentage. Because, like I said before, the kind of games we play, FPS games, it's all about being accurate. Nothing else really matters, right? I don't care about high scores in aim trainers because I'm not trying to be a professional aim trainer. Clover roll control. See, this one helps. This one works on the fine motor movement of your hand. So these are the type of scenarios that you want to focus on to not get nervous in game, right? Small micro adjustments, but unpredictable. When people are running on at you, strafing, things like that. Small micro controlled adjustments. Trying to stay accurate. Don't know where they're going. This is one of the best scenarios, I think. Control your so fine wrist movement. Trying to swipe or trying to track somebody like on a far hill somewhere. And I did terrible this round, by the way. I can already tell. Yeah, see, 75%. That's not good. My best is 84%. I want to do that again. I actually like. Sorry, I had to lock in there for a second. $79%, not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. But I gotta lock in for that one. That one's all fine motor controls. 79% is not bad. Like I said, I'm all about accuracy, time on target, and how that's going to translate over to games. Everything else, don't really care for. You know, scenarios like this, strafing scenarios, this relates the most to FPS games. Tracking somebody strafing on me. Trying to be smooth though, that's like the important part. And trying not to guess, that's the hard part, right? Because your brain is doing one thing and your hand is trying to do another thing. Don't guess when this thing is going to turn. Just try to follow it and be... See, there I jittered because I guessed. I guessed. So a couple of things to focus on here is being smooth and quick flicking back to target when it does change directions. Those are the things. You know, it's just like R6 just doesn't do it for me though. That's the problem. Like, for me to get into a game like R6, I would need like divine motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like literally divine motivation. Yo, AP, Dom with that heal beam was so clutch though. Like, man. He taught me the importance of why we need a healer on the team. I have played Rainbow Six in the past before, Locke. Like nothing recent. But then again, I never played it on mouse. So Yeah, it's weird. Like I've tried it. I've never like sat there and like played it for weeks or months on end. Like I've tried it, but not AP. Like we need a healer, man. Because I'm not gonna say we only won because of a healer, but man, there were fights that we literally only survived because we had a healer. Yeah, no, they were trying their asses off. They were trying their asses off, but Dom was quick with it too. Like you could tell, like he was on it. You like no one ever had to call him. Like he was aware of everything that was happening. So that's why like he played his position perfectly. Sure. The same fix as Cod. I don't know, man. I don't know. Cod is that pure stuff, straight from Colombia, uncut, straight raw to the streets. Like that's Cod, which is also why we get so angry, because like it's pure rage. You know what's the only game that literally makes me feel better than COD? Is the finals. Like no joke. The finals is the only game that I could religiously play. Like I would give up COD for the finals. And when I say like give up COD for the finals, I mean I'd go all the way with it. I'd go like I learn all the skills, I learn all the abilities. I would play World Tour and I would eventually play rank. Like that's how much I love the finals. That's the one game that I could probably put over COD if I gave up COD. Like it gives me that dopamine, honestly. Like the finals gives me that dopamine. We played the other night and AP could tell you, yo, next thing like all I know is we were playing and AP looks down and he's like, "Damn, it's not 45. Like I got to go eat." Otherwise, we probably would have been there for hours. That's what's crazy. So, and it's been a while since I had that feeling with COD, where I look down at the clock and I'm just like, damn, like been here for hours. But yeah, man, like I get that from the finals for sure. Another reactive scenario. This one's good for tracking and just overall reaction time. As you can see, the thing kind of goes everywhere. But again, the only reason I'm good at the games I play is because of these scenarios that I do, you know? I have to practice this stuff. I'm not 20 years old. Granted, I have perfect vision and, you know, I have the beard of a god, but come on now. I can't do it all. I still got to practice. Yeah, Locks gonna have to give up that Azeron for now. You gotta have to re-earn your own Azeron. I don't know what to tell you. You better go get a regular keyboard until you work your way back up to the Azeron, because you're making Warwick look bad. We're gonna get you a little mouse with like 2 little training wheels on the side. This is another smooth scenario that teaches you not to be jittery. It's a pain in the ass, but because it's very unpredictable. But again, fine motor controls of your mouse. Lock, this is the kind of stuff you got to be doing. Like real shit. This is why I do this. This is all the stuff that helps my aim and my fine motor controls when I'm aiming. You got people strafing left and right and crouching and ducking. It's these little scenarios that help you. That help those little fine little muscles in your wrist. Because I know you spent all day with your Hulk hands operating trains. And then you come home and like, that's why every time you make eggs, they're always scrambled. Because you don't know how to gently crack an egg open. You only know how to crush them. So, all your egg dishes are always scrambled eggs. You don't have a choice. It's an unfortunate curse you live by, but But that's why you need scenarios like this. Because I'm sure one day you just want to have just a regular poached egg that's not crushed by your hands. Like, I get it. I get it. But you lack the muscle dexterity to be gentle, right? Like, I get it. Locke is the only person I know that doesn't buy peanut butter. He just buys peanuts, crushes them into peanut butter with his hands. He does it himself organically at home. We got work on that. We got work on that. You got to loosen that up. All that tension in your hand. Do little micro scenarios like this. That was bad. This is a bad round already. Scenarios like this would help you in R6. It's quick flicks and shoot. Quick flicks and shoot. %85. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, listen, the mouse death grip is a real thing. Like I said, man, I watch aim training teachers, and literally that's like the one topic they all discuss because it happens to everybody who plays on mouse. It's death grip. And 9 times out of 10 it happens once you get into the engagement. So everything is smooth while you're moving around, whatever, positioning yourself. But once the fighting starts, the death grip happens, and then all the smoothness and all the mechanics go out the window. And so these are things that you actively have to work on. It's not gonna come naturally. So and then of course I like to practice some of my favorite scenarios, which is the Coliseum robots. This helps me for things like COD, and plantar fasciitis of the hand is crazy. This man got a foot injury in his hand. But I like the Coliseum scenario here because obviously see this in COD a lot, see this in the finals a lot. You got people strafing and jumping, and you get to move and jump. So this works on reaction, tracking, target acquisition, movement. This is probably hands down one of like top 3 scenarios that I would recommend people who play FPS's practice. Because this is the kind of movement you're going to see in games. People going to be jumping, going left to right, ducking, quick strafing. And these move just as fast as Call of Duty. So it's like once you get used to the speed in here and you go on the game, nothing really surprises me when I'm in the game. When people slide or jump on me, it's just like whatever. Like I just look at them like, what are you doing? Like I practice this. Yeah, bunny hopping. That's what I'm saying. Like, nah, don't even worry about the slide. You know why? Because the slide is more predictable than the bunny hopping. Because the slide, when people slide, they're locked into that animation, right? They're just going across the floor. But when they're bunny hopping and crouching, that's a more unpredictable. That's a more unpredictable movement. Like, look, all the strafing. Look, see how he just bunny hopped there? That's way more unpredictable than if he were to just slide. So that's why, to me, this scenario is perfect for those games. This scenario gets me ready for COD and the finals. Especially in the finals, like when they use jump pads and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're shooting him and boom, he just jumps away. Being able to react to that, to me, is the thing you want to focus on. Someone randomly jumping, then sliding. I'm telling you, that's why when I play those games, people try to bunny hop on me in COD and in the finals, and I just look at them like, what are you doing? Like, even when you play the lights and they do that little fast dash, I literally be looking at them like, yo, where are you going? Like, I could see you. I could still see you. Even after they dash away from me, I'm like, I could still see you. And it's, and the 100%, I credit it to doing these scenarios. Like, it's not even like I'm just skillful like that. It's like, no, I practice here. All this jittering. So when I go in the game and they do this dumb shit to me, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I could still see you. And I'm telling you, the more you... This is why I recommend aim trainers for people like us. We're not naturally gifted at mouse and keyboard. So guess what? The more you practice this, when you get in the game, you're not going to get nervous anymore. You're not going to death grip your mouse anymore because you come out here and you do this so much that the game feels like second nature at that point. It's like, oh, look, he bunny hop. I got you. Oh, he's strafing fast. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only reason why I say, yo, like, spend more time with your aim trainer. It's going to help you so much at the games. You know, and then they have even faster ones. You can play faster scenario, closer scenarios. More time I spend out here, I'm telling you, second nature. I go in the game, and sometimes even feel slow. That's why, like, a lot of players have tried bunny hop, sliding, this, that on me, and I just look at them like, bro, you're actually moving slower than my aim trainer. Like, I'm not surprised by your movement right now. Because these robots here be so unpredictable. You know, and I practice a lot of counter strafing too. Because remember, in the game, they're going to be shooting back at me, especially if they have aim assist. So if I'm counter strafing, that's throwing them off too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making myself an easy target to hit. I'm always moving. So imagine, they're trying to track me with their rotational aim assist, and I'm moving. But the whole time I'm moving, I'm hitting them like this. So they probably look at me like, oh, this dude don't miss. But I'm like, yeah, because I practice this shit. All right, that scenario's not there. What else do I want? Fast, easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how fast this moves? The game doesn't move this fast. So by the time I play the game, it's like, the game actually feels slow sometimes. can lock in. Hold on. Look at that. I actually just did a personal best live on stream. Yeah, I got a final scenario here. This is actually built into Kovaaks. This final scenario, I didn't make this. This was already in here. So, like, I'll give you an example. Let me see. What is zip track? It's zip track. Like, they have one where you bounce. That one, not that one. Under track. So like this scenario. This is like two. Like when I play the finals. Yeah, it might be AP. It might be, and that's why it also helps that you only have 30 rounds in a mag on average. So this is a good final scenario, right? So you go up and over, and you gotta adjust. Got a moving target, and let's say you hit a jump pad, and you want to still get shots on them. These scenarios like this are perfect. Over is not easy. But again, practice. You practice this, you're ready for the game. I gotta get better on that over. So 31%, but you know, pad track. Yeah, the pad that was the. Oh no, this is the pad track. Yeah, you see, this is like somebody bouncing. I haven't done this one in a while, clearly. See, but I could already see so many mistakes I'm making, which tells me I need to practice this more. Now, the thing about what's great about scenarios is, for example, here in pad track, I'm shooting a very small target. But when I'm playing the game, I would be shooting a whole body. So the more accurate I get in the training, the easier the game's gonna feel. And that's what I was saying before with like the moving dummy with the bunny hopping. The more you practice it in here, the game always feels easier. Versus if you just play the game every day, yeah, you'll get better, but it's gonna take you longer than, like I said, for me, because I still consider myself a new mouse player. But scenarios like this for the finals are perfect because this is what happens in the game. But in the game, I'm shooting a whole body. I'm not shooting a little round ball. So imagine if I could work on my accuracy here with a very small target, how much better am I going to be when I play the game, when I'm shooting a whole body? Yeah, 32%. Not bad. Could be better. Obviously, I've done 37%. 37.98% is my highest. which puts me in the 89th percentile. So out of 10,000 entries, I'm in the top 1,000. So I'll take that. That's not bad for an amateur like me. I'll take top 1,000 out of 10,000. And even that could be better. But, just practice. That's it. That's really all it is. Just practice. And look, this one simulates the game. Like right now, you'd be fighting a heavy, right? Bigger body. No jumping. Slow, right? Like a heavy. I like this scenario because watch, it changes to a medium and then it changes to a light. There's the heavy. Here's the medium. Moves a little faster. And after this, it's going to be the light. See how he does the little zoom thing too, just like in the game? This is why I say when they do it to me in the game, I'm like, oh, I practiced this already. I love these scenarios. And look, what's crazy? I got 58% there, even though my personal best is somehow 41%, but I just did. Try to get more headshot targets per point. Not today, light. Oh, wait, all you want. Still gonna reacquire you. Better. Okay, hold on. 20-second timeout. I'll be right back. All right. We're back. Let's go to some different training scenarios now. Tracking scenarios. I have not done this one in a while. But it helps with the tracking. 'Kay. These are not easy. Not supposed to get them all, obviously, but and it's all time on target and tracking and tracking. That's kind of the point. Did not be my best. Not be my best. But these are the scenarios that make you better for the game. Oh, rest is kind of a cakewalk. %62%. Look at that. I just did my personal best. I don't understand the question. Does sitting have a play in your gameplay on keyboard? I'm confused. I'm not understanding the question. They're the ones that teach you. So they all have their benefit. I hate when they all just go in one direction. But even that teaches you to set your mouse on your desk, right? So, literally a purpose to it. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, of course. Posture definitely does matter. I'm not perfectly straight up, but I am kind of. So I don't have my full elbow on my table. It's right before my elbow. My elbow actually my chair has an arm, and the armrest is at the same height as my table. My elbow is at the corner of the armrest, and the rest of my arm is on the table. My chair is that straight up, but I slouch a little from time to time if I get too comfortable. But every so often, I do adjust. I try to get straight up. I try to have my monitor right at eye level. The center of my monitor is right at my eye level, and my monitor, I would say, give or take, about a foot from my face. So you can see the monitor right here. on my screen, um, I'm about a foot away from the monitor. Like I try not to get too up close, cause like believe it or not, the closer I am, I can't see. Like I'm too close to it. So give or take, could be a foot, could be a foot and a half. I don't know, give or take. No, but I use a 27-inch monitor. Yeah, but you have a widescreen monitor, which to me I think is too much real estate. Like I think your eyes are trying to focus on too many things at once because you have a really wide, ultra wide screen monitor. And for FPS games, a lot of times that's actually not good because there's too much side to side that your eyes are trying to calculate. Haven't played this one in a while. They're good for reactions. Ah, I did bad this round compared to my best. I could tell already. But I haven't done this one in a while. But that's okay. 32%, yeah. Yeah, so your monitor size plays a big factor in FPS games. You know, you would think a wider monitor lets you see more, like out the corners, but that's subjective, right? Because the game is always going to show you based on the FOV. 120 FOV on a 27-inch monitor is going to show you the exact amount as 120 FOV on a 40-inch monitor. Because the game is scaling 120 field of view, right? It's 120 degrees. That's scaled to the game, not the monitor. But if you're on a bigger monitor, a wider monitor, and we're both at 120 degrees of scaling, you physically are looking at much more real estate. So when you're playing games, it's almost like not only do you have to track further with your eyes, you might even have to turn your head a little. And that's going to mess you up. Versus I play on a 27. Most people play on a 27. That's kind of like average default monitor size. Everything's right in front of me. I barely have to move my eyes to see everything on the screen. I don't have to worry about something popping out of the far right or the far left. And so that's why having a bigger or a wider, I should stop saying bigger, having a wider monitor can actually hurt you in first person shooter because you're just covering more real estate with your eyes, and you don't want that. You know, the FOV is gonna be the FOV no matter the monitor size. Like you're not getting extra side because you're on a widescreen. You're getting the same exact width that I am. You're getting 120 degrees. A little better there. No, because you're you're factoring individual FOVs. You don't know what someone else's FOV is. You could be playing at 120 FOV and somebody else is playing at 100 because they want to be able to see their targets better. So that's the only way you can see more than somebody. Because 120 degrees is 120 degrees, no matter which way you look at it. It's math, right? Now, it's different if you're playing 120 degrees and I'm playing 110 degrees. You're going to see more than me. You're seeing an extra 10 degrees than me. But if I'm at 120 and you're at 120, doesn't matter the size of your monitor. You could be playing on a 70-inch TV. You're still only going to be able to see 120 degrees because that's just the math of it. Now, if I say to you, damn, everything looks too small, so I play at 105 FOV, then now, yes, you are seeing more than me because I'm limiting my angle of view. But if we're both at 120, doesn't matter how big your monitor is. We're both seeing 120 degrees of visualization in front of us. So when you say that you can see things people can't, I guarantee you that person has to be playing at a lower FOV than you. It's the only way because you can't fake the math. You can't fake the angle of it. 120 degrees is 120 degrees, no matter how you shape it. I'm not saying sell them. I don't know how many you have. I would say your main monitor. You don't have to go as low as 27. How, as a matter of fact, how big is your ultra wide monitor? Is it 32, 34? Like what is it? Is it, I don't know what size it is. But I know it's bigger than 27 cuz I saw that picture you posted about it. So I know it's bigger than 27. Yeah, so 34 ultra wide feels really, really big. 34 ultra wide is gonna feel, because no, your 32 should be okay. Like as a matter of fact, a regular 32 will play better than a 34 ultra wide. You know, not a 34 wide, not a 32 wide, but a regular 32 compared to a 34 ultra wide will play better because, again, you're limiting where your eyes have to look, which is good for you. It's what you want. And again, you're still going to get 120 FOV, so that part is not going to change. Yeah, you see your main 3440 by 1440. That's a lot. I wouldn't I wouldn't go over 2560 by 1440, but even doing that on ultra wide, you're still like, it's a big picture you have to look. And for FPS shooters, I'm telling you, like, a bigger monitor is not better. If you look, even if you look at competitive, I want you to think about something. If you look at competitor FPS gamers, I'm talking about the people who like playing in championships, never see any of them playing on a monitor, like a big ultra widescreen monitor. They all pick smaller monitors, 27, sometimes even 24, and they would rather sit up closer than have a widescreen monitor, because it's more real estate their eyes have to cover. And when you're playing shooters where you have to react fast and be pinpoint accurate, the last thing you want is to be swiping across your whole screen, or looking super far left or looking super far right. You want to be able to just keep your eyes centered at all times. You want to be able, everything, all the action happening, you want it to happen right in front of you. You don't want to be looking far off to the right or far off to the left. Remember, it's a game of milliseconds. Every millisecond that you have to adjust or swipe right or swipe left, that's gonna mean a difference between you winning a gunfight or losing it. Think of it like aim assist. It's like you're fighting aim assist. You have to be pinpoint accurate, super fast, versus they just gotta get near you. It's the same thing. You playing on a super wide monitor versus somebody who's playing on like a 27 right in front of them. I have a LG 27. I gotta check what it is, because I'm upstairs right now. But my main monitor that I use for gaming, they're both 27. The one I have upstairs too. The one I have upstairs is an HP. It's a 27 inch, and the one I have downstairs is an LG. It's a 27 inch. They're not widescreen. They're not curved. Just flat. You can buy it curved if you want, but 27. I don't go past 27. What you could do with your ultra wide monitor, put it to the side, put it vertical, so up and down, and on that monitor you put your chat, you put your OBS, you put your stream up. But that's what I see a lot of people do. They take a wide monitor, but they put it vertical next to their gaming monitor, and then they put all their apps on that monitor, chats, all that. Because now you have this tall monitor where you can see everything happening. Close. Oh, and I did my personal best. Look at that. All right, what time is it? All right, I might have to step off. I gotta get ready for lunch. I gotta eat, but mainly I gotta feed the kids, because they don't feed themselves. One of them is 7, and they're spoiled, so it is what it is. But I appreciate y'all stopping while I had a slow day at work. It's gonna be a slow week, holiday week. So a lot of people are off. That's why I just figured let me go live and aim train a little bit. Gap about stuff. So I appreciate everybody's time. All right, I'll catch a stream. I catch all your streams, by the way. I don't say much in chat, but I catch all your R6 streams. But I'll be there. If you go live, I'll be there. So appreciate it. Locke, Warwick, AP. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, we'll be on later. I don't know what game we're gonna play. I don't know if it's gonna be COD or the finals, but we'll be on later. Appreciate it.